here to read you a story. Story times is one of my favorite times in our classroom with you. So I'm so glad that I get to read a story with you this way. All right, my friends, are we ready? All right, before we start, let's remember what our rules are when we do story time. We do bodies still, bodies calm, very good. We do ears listening, do eyes watching, and voices quiet. Good remembering, give your brain a kiss. Mwah. Good job, my friends. All right, before we begin, let's remember what the parts of a book are. This is called the front of a book. That's right. Do you remember what this is called? The spine of the book. And who remembers the job of the spine? Yes, the spine of the book holds all of the pages together. And this is the back of the book, right? And on the front of the book, which is also called the cover, is the title of our story, The Snowy Day, and the name of the author, Ezra Jack Keats. The author writes the words of the story, and the illustrator draws the pictures of the story. Are we ready to begin? Okay. The Snowy Day. Here we go. One winter morning, Peter woke up and looked out the window. Snow had fallen during the night. It covered everything as far as he could see. Look at that, there was snow everywhere. After breakfast, he put on his snowsuit and ran outside. The snow was piled up very high along the street to make a path for walking. So there was a lot of snow piled up high so the boys and girls could walk along the sidewalk, right? Crunch, crunch, crunch. His feet sank into the snow. He walked with his toes pointing out like this. He walked with his toes pointing in like this. He dragged his feet slowly to make tracks, and he found something sticking out of the snow that made a new track. I wonder what he found sticking out of the snow. It was a stick that was just right for smacking a snow-covered tree. Uh-oh, do you think that's a good idea? What's gonna happen if he hits the tree with that stick? I don't know. What do you think's gonna happen with the snow? Let's see. Down fell the snow, plop, right on top of Peter's head. Uh-oh, you see that? He thought it would be fun to join the big boys in their snowball fight, but he knew he wasn't old enough yet. Not yet. What might happen if he got hit with a snowball? Yeah, he might get hurt, right? So maybe it wasn't such a good idea. So he made a smiling snowman. Snowmen are so fun to make, right? And he made angels in the snow. So that was a good idea. What fun things would you make in the snow? Those are fun. He pretended he was a mountain climber, and he climbed up a great big tall heaping mountain of snow and slid all the way down. That looks like fun too, right? Then he picked up a handful of snow and another and still another. He packed it firm and put the snowball in his pocket for tomorrow. Then he went into his warm house. So he picked up the snow, packed it nice and round and firm, and then he put it in his pocket. Do you think that was a good idea to put a snowball in your pocket? What do you think might happen to Peter's snowball? Let's see. He told his mother all about his adventures while she took off his wet socks. And he thought and thought and thought about them. Before he got into bed, he looked in his pocket. His pocket was empty. The snowball wasn't there. He felt very, very sad. Where do you think his snowball went? He went off to sleep. While he slept, he dreamed that the sun had melted all the snow away. But when he woke up, his dream was gone. The snow was still everywhere. New snow was falling. And after breakfast, he called to his friend from across the hall. And they went out together into the deep, deep snow. So, Peter went out and got to play in the snow, right? He did some pretty fun things. He built a snowman. He slid down a snow hill. I want to know what fun things you would like to do in the snow. And then he did something else. He picked up snow. He made a brown snowball and he put it in his pocket and went inside his warm house and left it there. And later on, when he went back, the snowball wasn't there anymore. It wasn't in his pocket. So I want you to think about what might have happened to that snowball. And I want you to ask a grown-up to send your ideas to me, okay? So tell a grown-up what you think happened to that snowball and tell them to let Miss Michelle know. All right, my friends? And the next time we meet, I'll tell you exactly what happened to that snowball and see if your guesses were right. Bye, my friends. Mwah. Miss Michelle's always sending you a big, big